I feel like Niels Fram today, but guys... I like it! Hello everybody, it's me Paul. This is my studio, Warsaw, Poland, my humble YouTube channel. Welcome back. Guys, it's an immediate review, I'm gonna call it like this. Acustica Audio has just released their first synthesizer. Yes, they got into the world of VST virtual instruments. And they started bold because it's a clone of Jupiter 8. And actually, I was dreaming about Acustica Audio starting doing synthesizers with all their technology, convolution technology, and I'm dying to hear it, how it sounds, because I'm gonna make a guess. It's gonna sound terrific, it's gonna sound fat, bold, it's gonna be a bold statement in the VST world, this one. And it's one of the best news simply this year, so let's just review it right now. Of course, if you think this channel is a cool place, if you like my studio and my videos, please consider subscribing somewhere here down in the corner, getting notified, liking this vid and commenting on it down below so that I know what you think about new Acustica Audio creation and the whole new line of synthesizers probably. Let's go! I'm not gonna have an affiliate link for you this time, but if you feel this channel makes sense, and if you would like to support me, think about giving me some super thanks, like $5. Still a huge thing for me to help me run this channel. Thanks. Alright people, it has been installed, this is how it looks like. And yes, I am excited, I seriously am excited with this review. And as always with Acustica Audio, their interfaces are both beautiful, crispy, touchable, and clunky. They don't keep the original layout. They do weird things, and they are messed up sometimes. And I mean, the envelopes originally are here. The knobs and stuff are a bit different, doesn't stick to the original layout. I can, for example, see that the waveform label for the first oscillator is top, while for the second oscillator is down for some reason. But guys, of course, that's not the most important thing. The most important thing is how it sounds. Does it even make sense to make one more Jupiter recreation while there are so many of them? And I'm interested what the producer says about the technology behind the synth, underneath, because Acustica Audio is all about dynamic convolution. Yeah, the legendary 80s synth sound modernized, crafting lush pads, powerful sound shaping effects. And thingz 5 is nice. It's a stripped down version of thingz 8, so Jupiter 8. Not based on any real hardware, as I believe, but simply stripped down, simplified version of the synth, which is nice. Power at a glance. About the technology, yes. Modular unified synthesis technology. Must. A lot of marketing in this name, right? But still doesn't mean it sounds bad. Hybrid synthesis technology that integrates the precision of analog circuit behavior modeling with Acustica Audio signature convolution-based approach. So yeah, partially convolution, partially some kind of sampling and algorithmic stuff for routing mainly. I don't think there's circuit modeling for everything. There is probably some, for filter, there is convolution. Maybe oscillators are some kind of multi-cycle waveforms, I don't know, sampled from the original to faithfully reproduce. This innovative combination delivers exceptional sound quality and unmatched realism, providing cutting-edge functionality and dynamic responsiveness. With its state-of-the-art blah blah blah, okay, great. So, there is Acustica Audio convolution technology out there, and I think only good things about it, because these are my main mixing tools right now that replaced almost completely universal audio, which is great, don't get me wrong, but I love the sound of Acustica Audio compressors, EQs. They sound as close to analog world as possible, simply. And here comes our synth, and this is what we get at the very start. Alright, just a sawtooth. Anyway, it sticks mainly to the original. It's not the same as the original, but surely it does resemble the original. Though it's a bit more crowded, beautiful but clunky, as I said. And yeah, let's test it out a bit. This is our VCO with a VCO mixer, so. Nice. Sounds just good, but it's just a pure oscillator, and oscillator 2 is... Phase between oscillators differs each time you press the key, meaning that it really simulates some analog circuitry with all its tuning imperfections. This is a nice sounding filter 24 or 12. Plus, I can choose original Jupiter filter, state variable, ladder filter OMX. Is it OB-X filter? Might be. Let's stick to the original Jupiter filter here. Cool. If you ask me, this already sounds quite good. Now we can, for example, modulate this filter a bit with LFO, for example. Tells already something about the synthesizer. What about sync? No sync? Here's something called sync. Ooh, the sync is quite limited because it's only quarter, 8th note, 16th, 32 note, and no other dotted whatsoever. And ooh, it's better to have just a sync button and a slider working with the sync. Key follow level VCA blah blah blah. Okay, so I'm not trying to tweak a preset. I'm trying simply to grasp a basic idea how this synthesizer sounds. Already I like it. It's not much. The patch I have presented to you so far is very simple. We can also maybe, let's turn off this and let's use maybe more of an envelope for this filter. And envelope for the oscillator, for the amp. Cool. And there is something very organic, something very nice, very crispy about this sound, about both oscillators and the filter, I think. Arpeggiator voicing section portamento. That's gonna be an interesting... Cool, guys. It sounds convincing. It sounds attractive. Doesn't only look attractive. It definitely sounds attractive. What if I put some effects section on, and I can have A, B presets, layers, I mean, to choose from to tweak, and effects on. I have to do it like this. Whoa, too much. Cool. tone. So this is an EQ. I'm not gonna tweak this. Maybe a bit of the low end chorus. Whoa! Is the original sampled noise from Jupiter Chorus? I don't know. Oh yes! I don't know, but... Cool! I like how it sounds. I'm interested how the presets sound as well. Reverb, dark, mix. Also, what's cool is that the character of these effects is quite vintage, I would say. Doesn't sound too modern. It's very much like Sherry Audio, I would say. Sub. Yes. Whoa, okay, maybe just a bit too much. Guys, it's a very simple sound, very simple patch, but I seriously like it. We can engage arpeggio as well. There is something to its sound that is really attractive and very convincing. I don't even know whether it's close to any original, but it definitely sounds very good. Arpeggiator. I feel like Niels Fram today, but guys, this seriously sounds very good. It's not a joke. This synthesizer is not a joke. Let's dig through some... I'm not gonna save this patch, but let's go through some presets maybe. Brass. Nice. More. I like it. This I'm gonna record a MIDI here because this is my new track. This is my new track. And I'm gonna make it happen with exactly this preset and this synthesizer. Can you hear it? I mean, if you ask me, does making new synthesizers, new recreations of classic synthesizers make any sense? Yes, hell yeah, it does. Because, okay, I tweaked my simple sound, but when digging through presets showing the full power of this machine, if you ask me, this sounds amazing. This might sound better than the original. But I have no problem with that. It sounds crazy good. I'm thrilled. I'm seriously thrilled with this thing. And you know what? The very last thing, I'm gonna try to make a preset, a simple one, using this synthesizer and Arturia's recreation of Jupiter 8. I'm gonna switch all the effects off, of course, on the Acustica audio version, and I'm gonna try to compare how they simply sound together compared. Give me a minute. Okay, let's say I did it. I just modified one of the presets that I got on board. Yeah, and I did the same with Arturia, which dwells here. And there is something very nice about the colors, about the knobs, about everything that Acustica audio does. And you can clearly see it right here. If you ask me, it's a love-hate relationship, of course, because there are ways to lay everything out better in TH8, while Arturia seems closer to the original, but also more visually structured, organized for the user. But with a couple of tweaks, my go-to for just which one I would like to touch would be Acustica audio. But how do they compare in sound right now? Guys, might be that Arturia is closer to the original, that maybe acoustic audio is too wow. But frankly, I don't care. Acustica TH8 sounds massive, sounds crazy good and attractive. And it's gonna make my music sound simply better, and I already know it. It's not the effects, it's just the filter, the oscillator. The volume for both is the same, but there's such power, there's such an immediate thing in this thing that if you ask me if I didn't know which preset would I like to use in my production, I had no doubt it all goes to Acustica audio. Don't get me wrong, because they're tweaked a bit different and Arturia doesn't sound like bad. I mean, okay, all Arturia oscillators sound absolutely the same to me, if you ask me. I know there's some analog circuit modeling in Arturia and they brag about it a lot, but Arturia, both filters actually and oscillators, they never convince me. They sound plasticky to me. I'm sorry. But this thing is a joy. I mean, it wants me to make music with it, and I will. And of course, I still will be a fan of Sherry Audio stuff. But I got a new racehorse in my paddock, and it's called Acustica Audio. And no, I have not been paid a penny for this review. I just asked for an NFR. And I'm happy with it. And I love it. And the sound of it is really there, more than really there. I'm genuinely very excited about this one. And let's sum the things up. What do I think about this one? Guys, I just compared it against Arturia, but I'm gonna make my own bold claim. What Acustica Audio did is truly remarkable. I'm not sure whether it sounds close to the original, or maybe it sounds better than original, actually. But it sounds amazing. It's fat. It's so... It's a synth. It's the synth right now. And some of you may complain even that there are so many VST premieres every day. Every possible synthesizer has been cloned a dozen of times, and you are right. But it doesn't mean that still you cannot make some breakthroughs and improvements on the way. And this is definitely how it goes with Acustica Audio and their new synthesizer. It is the thing. And guys, yes, it's a huge recommendation from me, and I'm waiting to hear more from Acustica Audio. They are the new player in the synth world. Yes, they are. That's it for today. Thank you, and hear you soon.